Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kira's Bookshelf and I have an exciting video for you today. So for this week's video, I will be doing a tier ranking of my 2024 reads. And I'm really excited for this, mainly because I think it gives me an opportunity to look back on the books that I thought I liked. Maybe I'm not going to like them anymore, and maybe vice versa, I'll change my mind about certain books. I'm also really excited for this because this is kind of like a different style video than what I usually do. Like I usually do like vlogs and stuff like that. And sometimes I do sit down videos, but I think this will be like something really different, which is exciting. I know these videos are really popular. I love watching them and I'm really excited. So I read a total of 23 books this year, I believe, which is kind of a lot for me. And so I think it'd be really, really exciting to talk about and to show you guys, because who knows, maybe some of you guys have read the books that I've read and, you are interested in seeing what my ranking is. I know some people might disagree on certain things, and that's totally fine. If you have any book recommendations that you would like for me to do like on this channel, I will definitely try. And if you did your own tier ranking video, feel free to link it and I will definitely watch it. I love finding new YouTubers to watch, specifically Booktubers. I just feel like this community is just so small, but like it's really, really nice. I feel like everybody's so chill. I also want to say I am currently in the process of filming my Percy Jackson reading vlog. I know a lot of people have been asking me about that on my shorts video, and I just want you to know it is coming. I'm so sorry for the wait. It should be out next week, so please stay tuned for that. I'm really excited. I'm putting so much time into it and I really, really hope it ends up being good. So on that note, let's get on with the tier ranking. Okay, so as you can see from this screen, I read 4 of the Attack on Titan omnibus books. I read Wilder Girls, Things We Never Got Over, Legendborn, and BloodMarked, and Don't Look Back. And then I read the ACOTAR series, Arya Khanna Bollywood Moment. I've read the first 3 Percy Jackson books so far, Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, House of Flame and Shadow. I read the first Heartstopper book and the first Fruit Baskets book. I want to finish Heartstopper, but I think I'm not going to finish Fruit Basket. I tried to reread Chain of Thorns. I read the Cursebreaker series, and then I read the Serpent and Dove series so far this year. And I don't know, I feel like for me, this is kind of a lot. So let's talk about my rankings. I actually took a lot of time to think about this because I had no idea what I wanted to call them. But first we have my new personality for the next month, which is the best of the best. The books were fantastic. I would reread them. And then next is Close to Perfect. So that would be like a 4-star. Like there must have been like something that happened which kind of like, I don't know, just made it not make the cut. Then I have Fine for the Time, which means like I read it, it was okay. That would be a 3-star. Next is Did We Read the Same Book? I'm really excited for this one because I already know what's going in this category and I can't wait to talk about it. And next I have Give Me My Money Back, which, self-explanatory, that is the worst of the worst. It is a book that I wish I'd never bought, never read, never thought of. And so first, let's start with Attack on Titan. We're gonna do things really easy. I want to rewatch the show because I never watched the last season. When the art style changed, I kind of checked out. I know that's kind of like why why would you do that? But I don't know, I just feel like it made it really, really hard to focus. I honestly couldn't tell who was who. Like, I don't know, I just need to start over. But the manga is fantastic. Oh, the manga is fantastic. It is the easiest ranking. So yeah, that is just, there you go, my new personality trait. I guess we can just go in order. So next is Wilder Girls, and I'm gonna say it was fine for the time that I read it. It was really cool. It was kind of eerie at times, but I will say I was confused kind of a lot. I kept trying to figure out what this plot was, and even now I feel like I would need to reread it to understand it, and that's not great, but it's not terrible. I think it had a lot of potential, and I'm interested to see what this author writes next, because I will definitely be reading it. Next we have Things We Never Got Over. So I am actually going to put that in Give Me My Money Back, just because I feel like I need to stop letting TikTok influence me. I kept hearing that the Knock 'Em Out series was like the best of the best, like romance, and it's like really just, everybody just raved about it. And I'm a big like romantasy reader. I love fantasy. I don't really read a lot of like just pure straight romance. So I decided I would try something different and I would get it, and I ended up DNFing it around like chapter 20 or something. Like I think I got pretty far, but I just feel like it was honestly the most annoying book I ever read, and after a while it really felt like a chore, like to pick it up and read it. Like it was really annoying, honestly. So yeah, Give Me My Money Back. Sorry if you love this book, but never again. So Legendborn honestly was really cool. I loved it. I'm going to put that in close to perfect. I don't know, there were certain elements of it that I didn't like. I feel like one thing that I thought was perfect was the originality. I love like the King Arthur retelling, and I really love the pacing of the book, but I don't know, I feel like at times the book felt like it was missing something. After a while, like towards the middle of the book, I felt like my attention span for it was slipping, because it was actually kind of long to me. Like, I don't remember how many pages it is. It has to be like 500 pages or something. I don't know. I feel like after a while with fantasy books, I start to just kind of space out when it gets to like a certain amount of pages. But overall, I really liked it. But following that, I'm going to have to put BloodMarked in Did We Read the Same Book? Okay? Honestly, I was really surprised by this. I DNF'd it. I thought, like, it was going to be one of the best series ever. Like, I was already planning on, you know, buying book 3, pre-ordering it whenever it was available. And I jumped right into it right after I read Legendborn. But it just didn't feel the same for me. I actually ended up like, yeah, I DNF'd it around 300 pages or something. I felt like the story wasn't going anywhere and that it was dragging on, and it was really boring. And yeah, I was reading a different book than other people, maybe. Like, I'm happy I made that like a scoring or whatever, because that's exactly how I felt. Like, I felt like I wasn't a part of the club, and it was sad, honestly, because I was raving about it. I was telling everybody I knew about it, so yeah, that sucks. Next is And Don't Look Back, and I'm gonna put that in fine for the time. It was okay. I would never reread it. I talked about this book previously in a video. Like, there were times where I was extremely confused. I didn't know what was going on. Honestly, maybe like 80% of the book I was confused, and I just feel like it needs to be rewritten. But at the same time, it was enjoyable because it was a thriller, and I don't read thrillers often. And honestly, even though this book is like a 3, it made me want to buy more thrillers, and I want to incorporate that into the channel eventually, so who knows? Like, it was kind of mid. I don't know. Next is the ACOTAR series. I feel like some people might be mad because my rankings for this, it's not going to be good. So first I'm going to put A Court of Frost and Starlight in close to perfect. It was pretty what do I say? Oh my gosh. Like, I don't want to say it was boring per se. I think it was refreshing. I loved it. I feel like it was a really nice break in between all of the action that happened in A Court of Wings and Ruin, and it was like a nice slow down, like relaxed type of vibe to help you prepare for A Court of Silver Flames. I don't know. I feel like it was good. I would reread it, honestly. Maybe this will be like a book that I will read every December or something, because I love the Christmas vibes. I think that was really, really cool. So yeah. And then next, I'm gonna say A Court of Thorns and Roses will be my new personality for the next month. I honestly wish I would have read the series sooner, because I devoured the first book. Like, it was so good. Like, it was insane. I, at the time, loved Tamlin, just like everyone else, I'm sure, who read the first book. I don't know. I like to think it's kind of like bittersweet to look back on it, just knowing how terrible he is now. But it was nice, like, to just see him kind of nice. Like, I don't know. And the next, following that, A Court of Mist and Fury. I'm gonna say close to perfect, mainly because I don't really remember a lot that happened, to be honest. Like, yeah, I know, I think this is around a time where we start to see more of Rhysand, which is great, because clearly Rhysand is just, he's a better option 100%. And I really liked it. I just think, I don't know, I think maybe it was a pacing issue for me too. I noticed, like, in certain books, when the pacing is really bad, it's so hard for me to read certain books, and like, it's so hard for me not to check out. It's really crazy. But I love this book. I would reread it, and it was just so good. Next, I am going to do A Court of Wings and Ruin. I'm going to say this is going to be my new personality for the next month. You know what? Yeah, I really loved it. I mainly love it because of all of the action that happened in this book. Like, I think that was, like, honestly the best part. I mean, I loved, like, Feyre and Rhysand's relationship, but I don't know, it was just something about all the fight scenes, and, like, I feel like this was my most fun Sarah J. Maas book so far. Like, out of the ACOTAR series, and comparing it to Crescent City, yeah, I think A Court of Wings and Ruin is my favorite book she's, like, ever written so far. I'm not counting the Throne of Glass series because I didn't read it yet. I will, but yeah, for now, this is the best of the best. But I'm sorry, to follow up with that is A Court of Silver Flames, and I'm gonna have to put that in Did We Read the Same Book? I'm sorry. Mainly because I'm a Nesta hater. I hate her so much. She's terrible. There is nothing in the world that Nesta could do to redeem herself. There's nothing she could do to make me like her in any way, shape, or form. I hated it, and I ended up DNFing it. It was just so boring. The only thing I liked were the training scenes with Nesta and the women in the library. I don't remember what they're called, but that was literally the only thing keeping me going in this book. I got so bored, and yeah, I didn't care about Nesta and Cassian either, like, together as a couple. It just didn't do anything for me. So yeah, Did We Read the Same Book? I think that's That's a good rating. Next, I am going to skip Percy Jackson for now, and I'm going to do Arya Khanna's Bollywood Moment. I'm gonna say this book was a close to perfect for me. It was, I believe, academic rivals to lovers, I think. Kind of enemies to lovers a tiny bit, and this book was really, really cute. I love the romance. Like, it was so cute, and I feel like this book has made me want to read more romance, maybe not take a break from fantasy. I'm always going to read fantasy. This book was so cute, and I genuinely feel like I'm going to have to start reading romance books. Not really sure where to start, so if anyone has any recommendations, I am open to them, but I will never read dark romance. It scares me. There's nothing interesting about it to me. I personally think I need really cute stuff like this, and then I'll love it. Next, I have the first 3 Percy Jackson books. This is kind of a spoiler, a tiny bit, for my Percy Jackson reading vlog, so I'm not gonna talk about it too much. I'm gonna put all of these, or I'll do the Lightning Thief, yeah, my new personality for the month. I'll do the Titan's Curse, close to perfect, and I'll do See a Monster, Fine for a Time. I think that actually fits. I think the Titan's Curse was okay. Like, the first one by far is the best one so far. I'm currently reading the 3rd book. I'm currently reading the 4th book. I'll see how I feel. I don't have any opinions on it right now, honestly. But I don't know. Like, I feel like the series is good. I think I would have had more fun with it if I read it when I was younger. But it is, like, kind of making me obsessed with Greek mythology again. So a win is a win. I'm having a lot of fun. Like, I'm really, really happy I'm doing this series, and I'm sorry it's taking me so long to record. Seriously, I'm actually going to record more after filming this video, so I will be wearing the same shirt in that video. But I don't know. I'm just having a lot of fun, and I'm really happy with it. Next, I am going to talk about Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I'm really, really happy that I read these books. I did reading vlogs for both of them, and if you want, you can check them out, and I love it. I love the series so much. What can I say? Like, I love dragons. I love anything that has to do with dragons, because I feel like they're not really incorporated in stuff as much, and they need to be. I don't know, there's something about the concept of dragon riders and, like, having different types of dragon species, and it's just so cool. Honestly, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame are my new personality for the next month, and I don't know, there's something about the concept of dragon riders and, like, having different types of dragon species, and it's just so cool. I wish I would have read them sooner, because I bought both of these books months ago, and I meant to read them, and I just kept putting it off. I just didn't think I would like them, which is ironic now, but yeah, so there's that. Next is House of Flame and Shadow, and I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna be a did we read the same book? Not a give me my money back, not all the way there, but it's pretty close. It's really close. Bryce is just terrible in this. Lydia's a queen, Nesta's in it, so that wasn't great. And yeah, like, I don't know, I feel like all the side characters were great, and the main character sucks. Not really good, and that's all I'm going to say about it. That's not great at all. This series went downhill for me, 100%. Next, I'm going to talk about the Heartstopper series. I only read the first book so far. I will buy the box set soon, and maybe I'll do a reading vlog for it one day. A lot of reading vlogs are coming, guys. It's just, I have so many books to read, and it's just so much. And the Heartstopper series, I watched the show, I read the book, and my new personality trait. It was the cutest thing ever. I just love, and it was just really nice. Next, I read Fruit Basket, and it was okay. I think it was fine for the time. I read it at my school's library. I was really surprised they had it, honestly. It was okay. I would not read the rest of the series. I tried watching the show and I DNF'd it because, I don't know, I always have a hard time finishing anime, which, I don't know, maybe I will start incorporating them into vlogs because then I'll feel like more obligated to finish them and stuff. I don't know, but Fruit Basket was okay. It was kind of funny. It was funnier than I expected it to be, 100% actually. But I don't think I'm going to continue the series just because I kind of get the gist of it, and yeah, like, I feel like if I watched the show a couple years ago, like maybe if I was in high school, I would like it a lot more. Yeah. Next, I will talk about the Shadowhunter series, I think. Well, technically it's the Last Hours series. I always forget Cassandra Clare has like so many different types of Shadowhunter series now, but this one is the Infernal Device. I'm sorry, no, not that. The Last Hours. That's what this one is. There's so many. This one, give me my money back. I don't know. This was not it at all. It's sad because actually I devoured the first two books. The first one was my favorite. It was amazing. And I actually binge read the first two books before I jumped into the third one. And it was really bad. I DNF'd it. It's sad because I kept trying to go back to it and I kept trying to finish it. I only read like 20 extra pages before I DNF'd it again. So it just wasn't meant to be. Like, this series was a train wreck to me, honestly. I only liked the relationship aspect of it. As far as the plot, I feel like it was all over the place. And that wasn't enough. Like, the relationship stuff, it couldn't keep me going anymore. And it was bad. It was bad, that's it. Next, I'm going to talk about the Cursebreaker series, okay? I talked about this previously in a video, and I also talked about Serpent and Dove, I think, a little bit. So I'm not really going to say too much, I don't think. It didn't really feel completed to me. I don't know why. Yeah, I would reread it 100%, and I would recommend it to people 100%, but maybe not the last book. But, like, I would tell people it's a duology so they can read it this way, just because the first two were absolutely perfect. Yeah. And last but not least is the Serpent and Dove series. I personally think the Serpent and Dove series is a million times better than the Cursebreaker series. I'm sorry if you disagree, but it's just, this series can do no wrong in my eyes. Honestly, Serpent and Dove, my personality for the next month, Blood and Honey might just be close to perfect, and Gods and Monsters will have to be fine for the time. Like, it was okay, but I feel like that's like a common theme in so many books that I read, where like the first book is amazing, but once I get to like the third, sometimes even the second book, like things kind of go downhill. I don't know what it is. It happens to me every time in a series. And I know you're not going to like every single book in a series, but it still kind of sucks. So Serpent and Dove's top tier. I would reread that book and Blood and Honey. I think I would do the same thing as A Curse So Dark and Lonely and just pretend like it's a duology and Gods and Monsters just did not exist. Yeah. So this has been my tier ranking video for every book that I have read so far in 2024, and I really hope you like it. I'm going to be honest, this video was a filming nightmare. I could not figure out how to screen record on my laptop, and then when I tried, it would not save, so I would literally have to just keep redoing all the tiers and stuff. Like, it was something, okay? It was very frustrating, but I'm happy that it's done. And yeah, now I'm just going to edit this video and post this, and please be on the lookout for my Percy Jackson reading vlog. That is uploading next week. I'm really going to try to do that next week. I only have one book left to read. 1 or 2 books left to read. I'm really excited for it to finally be uploaded because it was a lot. It was a lot, surprisingly. Yeah, so if I ranked a book that you love and you don't agree with my score, or you do agree, let me know in the comments. I would love to talk about it. And also, if you made it to your ranking video, feel free to link it in the comments. I will happily watch it. I love finding new YouTubers and stuff. So yeah, this has been Kiara's Bookshelf. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.